Today on the Mike O'Mara Show.
As we're sitting in this dugout, these kids are kicking a soccer ball, and it's resonating up against the back of the dugout. I didn't give a crap. And then they send one over into the field. And I remember the second one that came over. I said, I should go out around. And Carla's like, no, don't be that guy. And being the older father, I don't want to be the, stop doing that. Somebody's going to get hurt.
This is a baseball field, not a soccer field.
You gotta scratch the leather or pleather on that soccer ball. Why tomorrow do we have an 8 a.m. start?
Because I am going to the doctor tomorrow.
I didn't realize. I'm so sorry. I thought you had an early tea time. My apologies.
No, I'm going to Dr. One of your people, Dr. Perez.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay, fair enough. I take that back.
See, when you take a lie, I did. No, I've got a golf tournament.
Just because you make the playoffs doesn't mean you're a playoff team. You remember in school, Spurlock, you get a 74, but they graded on a curve. They give you a B.
Yeah.
You didn't get a B. You got a C, but they pushed it up because of that dumb school you probably went to. I don't even know.
Well said, Nicholas.
Yes. We're not all educated like Bermuda Boy and went to some Ivy League school like Dartmouth or Brown or Blue. Cornell or Stanford.
All that and more. The Mike O'Mara Show starts now. Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Let's get started.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara, Oscar Santana, and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
Welcome to the Mike O'Mara Show. We are enjoying our second decade of the show that has become a daily routine for thousands of listeners in great places like Sligo, North Carolina, majestic Lake Ming in California. I have no earthly idea where majestic Lake Ming is located. Maybe we could do a little Google search.
I'll have an answer for you in a second. But also, you know what? I like to occasionally throw an adjective into the intros here, and I like that the guy said it's majestic Lake Ming.
So it's Lake Ming, California, and it's majestic.
Well, I think it's just a lake. I'm going to have a location for you momentarily.
Port Bolivar, Texas, Atlanta, Georgia, Managua, Nicaragua, and Saint-Tropez. That's in France. We're very happy to be here. Oscar Santana I have two questions for both Pony and Rob as we begin without Oscar, because Oscar again has at the absolute latest possible minute said, I'll be up in 5 minutes. The question is as follows. Do you two get uptight when I make a big deal? Do you feel tension when I make a big deal of Oscar's tardiness? Do you feel as though there's going to be an explosion?
No, I just know that things are best when things are good.
Yes, I get it. Okay, that answers the question, Rob. Thank you for answering that question.
Lake Ming is a man-made recreational lake in Bakersfield.
Oh, Bakersfield.
Yeah. I
didn't know there was anything majestic
or
in Bakersfield.
Or recreational. I mean, Buck Owens comes from there.
That's all I know.
That's all you know.
You and I both know about Bakersfield.
That's right.
The other thing regarding this, do you believe, and this is for both of you, do you believe that it's cyclical? I believe it's cyclical. I believe he goes through phases where it's worse than ever. One being right effing now.
We're in the middle of a cycle?
We could have the President of the United States scheduled at 9 a.m. and he would be late today.
I don't know that it's cyclical. I think it's pretty consistent.
I don't know. I think he goes through phases. When we browbeat him enough, he shows up. But it's
that character thing that he can't be made to wait. He cannot be made to wait.
Well, here's what I'd like the listeners pick on him a lot and I think I defend him too much.
And yet yesterday he was pointed at as the favorite part of Robin Ferguson. That's her favorite part of the show.
And I forgot to mention, thank you, Jolene, that Robin Ferguson was a Hall of Fame member. But that falls into everything we do. We get excited about it at the beginning, and then it just tails off. That's the way it goes on this show. Sorry, we can't help ourselves. I am frustrated. So as far as my defending, I will not defend if you want to lambast him. Because, it's important to me, and he's never valued it.
Do you think when he says go ahead and start without me, do you think that is sort of an empty threat? Do you think he thinks we won't call him on it?
No, I think he is perfectly content to have that happen. Right. What he can't handle would be coming into the studio and having empty chairs.
Right.
Like if you went to a certain area of the building and he, but I couldn't do that because he would wait. He would look at empty chairs and he would walk down to do something else.
Yeah, he would.
Because he would want to be the last person.
Always. Yeah.
What do we do? What help me out? You're there with him. What can I possibly do? What can I possibly do to motivate him?
I think that
the money didn't work.
No, I think that the starting without him should work, and yet it doesn't.
No.
And wait, here he is.
All right. I don't know what to do to change it. It's been my lifelong problem.
To your earlier point, I don't think it's cyclical. I think it's consistent.
I think it's cyclical.
Do you think it's cyclical?
We're discussing you.
Oh, my responsibilities beyond the show?
No.
I was just
I don't
dealing
give
with
a
an
rat's
employee
ass
emergency.
about that. I'm talking about.
Well, you probably should.
Hold it. I'm dealing with a chronic issue, and we're not getting angry.
No, we're just.
I think you are
dissecting
angry. Everyone else seems okay
I've been
with
angry
it.
for a while. It's been a couple of times. I was discussing whether Pony and Rob get upset, and they kind of veiled way. They told me they do when I get upset about you being late. They don't like us fighting about it.
No,
They don't
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Well, I don't.
That's
fight
what
about it.
That's what I asked them about it.
Yeah,
The lateness
That's
doesn't.
right.
I can deal with the lateness. I mean, we've been dealing with it for a long time.
I was talking about not the lateness. I was talking about me getting upset
Yeah, that I
and calling
don't
him
like.
out on the
That
lateness
I
that
don't
you
like.
don't
I
like.
think I highlighted
You made
this.
it clear.
I highlighted this at a very high level. I think this past summer that when you were late the majority of the time this past summer,
Oh, is
we
this going to be
never
the same thing?
Fought
Is this
you
gonna
about
be-
it. We were very kind
Is this
and
gonna?
gracious
I am
about
only
it.
late. I am only late because we have been because the slacking of my schedule has been a direct threat. If we had the standard of
I'm
being
talking
late,
about summer. You would roll in half an hour late sometimes.
I never rolled in half an hour late during the summer.
I'm not making these.
Why are
things
you
up.
calling me? Why do you come in so belligerent? Why don't you just say I'll do better?
I thought we had agreed off air that you were just going to start the show and we'd be okay.
No, what? Rob, help me out. When did I ever agree to that?
No,
There was a request on mine. I said, if I'm late, just start the show. I'll creep in.
Yeah, that was what
you
was
don't,
said.
You don't think that you're integral to the show.
No.
You have to realize you are integral. Now, today you're not.
I barely
so we
talk
started
at
the
the
show.
beginning of most shows, so people won't notice.
No,
unless
it's
they
the
make a big
end
deal
of the
out it.
show where you shut up.
Well, I mean, it's Rob's audio vault.
The beginning-
It's his
the
time
big-
to shine.
And he's also on the really good shows. He's quiet during the middle too.
Yeah. If somebody ran an analysis of how many times I actually talk,
So you said I should be concerned about why you're tardy. You're dealing with an employee thing. You're not just late.
no, I know I'm running a business outside of this.
I know
business.
you're running a
Yes.
business. This is part of it. I wanted to know. You said there's an employee thing that
An
you're dealing with
emergency.
right now.
Yes.
And you said, well, you should be concerned about it.
I'm saying you should always look at this business
The big
from a
picture?
macro lens.
Well,
yes.
the only info we got was via Pony, and it said you're going to be about 5 minutes late.
Yeah.
We didn't know there was an emergency.
Yeah, but this isn't
'Cause
JFK.
there wasn't.
I can't tell you who or what I was talking to. I can tell you off air, no problem.
Well, I mean, you could say there's an emergency.
Yeah, but then that becomes, are you okay? Was there a 911 involved? I can't tell that in text. I can just tell you here. We're good.
All right. Well, I'm glad you're okay.
I just know there will not be an employee here today, and I had to deal with that. That has nothing to do with me, you, or anybody else. It's just part of business.
So when you say you should be, it's because of my involvement in your other business.
Correct.
That I should always be
that you
concerned.
have ownership.
That's a generic way. Well,
have
and that's
ownership.
valid. That's
Yeah.
valid, but it still kills me, a little bit every time. And when you talk about getting back to this accusation of me when we were in the summertime being late, the entire concept of tardiness, I've really adapted to you more than you've adapted to me.
If you've
would that be accurate? Would that be accurate?
No, because I actually don't have to adapt. I accept. When you were late all summer, we didn't bitch once about it. I'm late a handful of times.
I don't believe.
Late all
And
summer.
I don't believe.
What do you mean late all summer? Help me out.
Oscar,
Help me because
he was
will
not
just
late.
be.
He was not late all summer.
20% of the time.
Is that all summer?
That's still 20% for Mike O'Mara, who bitches about me being late for 2-3 minutes.
Because I've never was late. My entire career.
That is
I can think of
blatant lie.
My radio career? Are you kidding
No,
me?
I'm talking about
I
during
programmed
this
2 radio
podcast this
stations.
past
I was
summer.
on the
This
number 1
past
rated show in
summer.
Washington D.C. How was it?
This
I'm not
past
talking about
summer.
the past summer. I didn't care because I knew that because of you, punctuality was out the
Then you
window.
shouldn't
So
care now.
then
you
what's
shouldn't
that?
care now, I would say.
I can't not care when I'm in here ready to go. And we pointed out that if you came in, and you answer this honestly,
Yes.
if you came in just now
Right.
and you were ready to go and you saw 2 empty chairs, you would not come into the studio and wait. You would walk down the hallway and do something else. And wait and have, because you have to have
but I
people
wouldn't-
wait for you.
I
What is
wouldn't-
that personality disorder
no.
that makes you have to have people
No,
wait
it's
for
not.
you?
I don't want people to wait for me. I would leave to go do something. You called it right. I would be effective somewhere else than sit here and stare at a screen. You could do the same. What else could you do in your house other than stare at us?
Today, I'll give you a classic
Yes.
example. I was up at 5:45
Great.
this morning.
Awesome.
All right. I could have dropped my son off at school and gone to purchase a water filter
Awesome.
for the refrigerator, but I didn't do that.
Yes.
Because I knew if I did that, I would risk not putting my full amount of energy into this program and being tardy
if you wrote us
for
and said,
the
"Start the
dinner
show,"
bell. Are you arguing for lack of punctuality? Is that what you're arguing?
No.
Because you're conjuring now more. You are spinning Harry Potter. The
I think I'm just
wand.
giving
Like
facts.
I've not. No, you're not giving facts. For God's
I think
sake.
that it's at this point in our repertoire, it is a lazy man's game to be like, you're late. Just start the show and start doing the show. And I can just slide in and then
A
I'll contribute.
lazy man's game. Now you have gone. Now you have taken a step too far. Too far. I need a Spanish Inquisition sound. You are now, because you're late. Instead of us starting the show, you're saying late because it's so scary difficult to do the show without you here now? Is that what you're trying? I'm confused.
I'm saying
because my
start
head is
the show
spinning
without
right
me
now.
and make some progress, and then I can slink in.
We have, you know what? It's not like we have a cast of thousands here.
This is
a 3-man broadcast.
It's your
booth,
name
pal.
on the show. You're the Mike. If Mike O'Mara wasn't here, we can't start without
I
you.
like to work collaboratively. If I didn't, I'd be the other guy.
You sure don't sound like it right now.
What do you mean I don't like? Because I'm giving you a hard time. He's ready. I think he got a great night's sleep. He
I
got
do
more
too.
sleep than I did. I guarantee you that.
This is
well,
like
maybe
a-
not.
this
He
is,
stays up like till 2:00 in the morning.
He's got guns in every portal. They're all pointed.
I
and
was
It's
they're
just
ready to
like
go,
the
ready to go.
man's amazing, isn't he?
He
You
is,
know,
he is.
you didn't do this. You didn't ever do this to your mom and dad, did you?
No.
Being the youngest of the children, and
No.
while they were out nose to the grindstone,
No.
you were making a case for the fact
No,
that you
they
weren't going
were
to do your
playing
homework.
golf all day and pretending like it's surgery.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying they weren't home. They just weren't home. They were working all the time, so they were never home.
Did
for
you
me to
just
be late.
say they weren't out playing golf all day and pretending that it's surgery? You was that directed at me
Right.
too? Was
just-
that directed at me too?
He just opened another
This is a
turret.
callback to the summer. This is a callback to the summer.
The
When we-
summer, I
when-
do
when
it
you were
every
late
day.
multiple times, and now you're
I do it. But
yelling
I
at
was
me about
not.
it.
You know what? That is not true. And by the way, if the standard was total punctuality, which does not apply to our model like other shows I've done, where
Right.
we produce this
Yes.
show, we post it, we tape it. It has to be processed like a chicken effing nugget. The show has to be, so it's not the same
Right.
as it is. But there is a group of people out there.
Yeah.
Oh my God! So that's what you think of me? That I go out in my semi retirement state of being right now. That has elongated my career, because otherwise I'd be in a nursing home doing volunteer work. And you're saying me that I consider what I do to be brain surgery. You're saying that I act like golfing is some sort of difficult. I pursue a hobby with a great deal of vigor. I am aware of how lucky I am, and I am aware of the fact that I enjoy what I do. But I never put.
Tomorrow we have an 8
God,
a.m.
you make
start
me
and
mad.
not a 9 a.m. start. Why tomorrow do we have an 8 a.m. start?
because I am going to the doctor
Oh,
tomorrow.
I didn't realize. I'm so sorry. I thought you had an early tea time. My apologies.
No, I'm going to Dr. One of your people, Dr. Perez.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay, fair enough.
Robert
Fair
Perez?
enough. I take that back.
See, when you take a lie, I did. No, I've got a golf tournament. Yeah, what were you going to say, Rob?
Was it Dr. Robert Perez? I went to school with a Dr. Robert Perez. I don't know where he's landed.
No,
so.
he's... I forgot what Dr. Perez he is. He's one of my legitimate guys, but yeah. And it might be earlier.
Just let us know.
Yeah.
I'll let you know. Might be by a half an hour. Is that all right?
No problem.
Sorry.
So 7:30 start? I'll just stay here tonight.
By the way, I realize, that. What do you mean? Oh, stop! Now you're going to join because he's won. Because he has conjured so much that he has won.
It was just a
That's
joke.
what
He'll
he
never
has
win.
done.
He'll never win.
It makes me cry when
No,
you
Mike,
just. But you have every right to. I'm surprised you don't do it more. With the crap I give you, I'm surprised you don't do it more.
Mike,
this is when he's going to make me cry.
He'll never.
This is like he's Scott Farkas right now. No, he's the
bug?
He's the kid in Christmas Story. Who's
Ralphie.
Ralphie.
Yeah.
He's Ralphie now, and I'm Scott Farkas normally, and he's turned the tables.
But Mike,
With that horrible comment
with
about
his 10
he didn't
turrets.
consider, my father didn't consider golf to be brain surgery. Oh my God.
Yeah, with his 10 turrets
It's
trained on you, he may
despicable.
think he wins, but he'll never win.
I'm not winning.
No,
Trust
he'll
me.
never win. He'll never win. He can't win because then
No.
the struggle stops.
I'm happy we cleared this up.
Yes. Did we?
so.
Did we really?
I think so.
He'll be here tomorrow at 7:40.
I wish you had a doctor's appointment tomorrow because I genuinely felt bad. I was like, man, that was wrong.
And I felt like I couldn't just sit quietly by and let that. There are many times where I've let that lie go. With my schedule down here, you guys don't know. I don't do it a little bit, but I couldn't do it that time.
You know
Just
what? If there was
felt like it would be dishonorable.
if there had been a doctor's appointment, I have every belief that Oscar would have PayPal'd the copay.
Yeah, it sounds terrible.
This one's on me.
My bad.
That's right. Here's $10.
Sorry,
No, but there are, I'm like everybody down here. There are multiple times when one has to, get maintained.
Yeah.
As you're falling apart.
I believe it.
But I will tell you, Happy Valley. Let me talk to you about Happy Valley.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
Happy Valley is truly more. I think there are more guys that slay the dragon down there that are still working. But at the same time, the attitude is kind of totally directed towards people who are no longer in the work world. Yeah. So they don't care. Letting you know 10 minutes before that something has been changed.
It's vacation land, USA. I bet.
It's kind of vacation land.
I thought that
down
was
there, and I'm
Maine.
still doing this. And I tell the guys every time there was a guy the other day came walking into Happy Valley. I said, "Hey, congratulations! What do we congratulate you? He just retired yesterday." I said, "Oh, great!" And I say to myself, in the back of my mind, I am saying to myself something that I will never hear ever.
Yeah.
I will be sitting here one day and just going, it's the Rob and Oscar show, and here's Rob. I don't know about that. Do I get jealous? Not as much as I used to. Used to get a lot more jealous.
Speaking of retirement, all best wishes to Paul Blair Christine.
Yes.
Paul Blair Christine, who announced his retirement, and is
4
still
years ago.
How old would he be? Would he be in the 60s?
I would say he is in his 50s, I would think.
Yeah, I think he's in his 50s.
Let's see if he lists his birthday on his Facebook page.
Mike.
And very lucky to be alive.
I
mean, very lucky that his heart hasn't exploded with that
Be
diet.
alive, wow.
Well, good. Do you ever see the food?
Oh, yeah.
Every single day.
I came to the conclusion that Paulie Christine should be evaluated by science. Because
if it's true.
Yeah, if
it
it's
has
true.
to be true,
Yes,
though, right?
it has to be.
He's
It has to
eating
be.
everything he's posting. It's stunning. It is not only is it stunning, it's fabulous, and I've told him that we had him on the show.
Yes,
yeah,
we did.
Yes,
we
yes,
did.
yes.
Where I think he was tired that day because he didn't give me the most
he should be
enthusiastic.
evaluated by top doctors because there is a level of New York and this veneer of high cholesterol. What's high cholesterol that he's lived through at such a high level?
Mike,
Blows my mind.
on January 12th, he turned 55.
Yeah.
So
He was
and
born
that's
in
when you get out. That's when you
1967,
get out of the municipal
Yeah.
thing in New York. And
by the way,
more power to him.
His pronunciation guide on his Facebook page say his name, Paulie Christine. He actually
Paul Lee. So he has not only because his wife is a fabulous cook, I know this
Yes.
because I follow him, and he not only has the great food at home that she will make for him, but then he's out there. What was it, a buffalo chicken pizza? I
Yes.
think that was something
looks so good.
that it
So
was.
good.
And he
Because
still
it
does
is,
Sunday
because it's New
dinner,
York.
and I believe she may have passed, but when we first talked to him, he had an Aunt Mary that would
Yeah.
do Sunday dinner.
I
with the
saw him
gravy.
recently post about Aunt Mary's
God, I hope so.
days at
Yeah.
the, well, God, me too. But anywho, getting back
God
to,
bless her.
Tomorrow, look
Yes.
at me, please. Tomorrow. 'Cause
7:30?
I don't do that. This would be you if you said this to me during the summer. See, there I am. He is so persuasive and so aggressive that I am now, by having this conversation with him, say, if you had said this to me during the summer, you know what I just admitted to?
What?
I admitted to his BS premise
Because
about
Mike-
my 20% pulled out of his ass about being tardy.
When you expect a defense, he comes with a strong offense, and it puts you off kilter.
Because he's very awake today. He's ready to play.
Yeah.
I will tell you that. It's exhausting for me.
Well, maybe if we took an extra 10 minutes, we'd be awake too.
Tomorrow,
Yes.
please.
Yes.
Because I need
Hard
to get
start.
out of here, and I want all the pigeons
Hard start.
in the
Yeah, bonus-
I
bonus
truly
time,
do. I value that.
I-
Gives me a good, because would you not agree that of all the shows during the
Oh, the
week,
bonus
show is
yes.
your wheelhouse, correct?
Yes.
And
Thank you. All right,
I
that's
think
good.
I think
Feel
it's important
closure
to note,
now.
we don't can these bonus shows. They're
No.
recorded on the Friday they are released.
Exactly.
Yeah. We used to stack them because we would do 6 shows a week, but now that we do 5 shows a week, we
And
we
they're
roll
fresh.
in here.
They're fresh.
Yeah, we used to
Fresh.
do it like Hollywood Squares. We would record 10 bonus shows in a day.
Yeah, like that. Right. We'll go with that. Okay, so back to Rob. Rob and I were going to talk about this before you got here, before you came in. You did come in kind of at the last second. Wordle. You have Rob wants to talk about Wordle. Do we have time to discuss Wordle here, or does that need more time?
I think we do, actually, and if it spills over, we can. This is a game, and it's kind of freaky because it's not an app.
It's everywhere.
And it is everywhere, and it's starting to, like, all over your Facebook page. You'll see someone put up it says, like, 3 of 6, and then there's green and yellow blocks. The best way I can explain it, it's a word guessing game, and I've turned a lot of people onto it. I'm very
Like
into
Wheel
it.
of Fortune?
Sort of, yeah. But do you remember, and this is a little obscure, but it's a great analogy. There used to be a board game called Mastermind, and it was a 2-person game, and there was colored pegs, and you had to guess.
There were colored
There
pegs.
were colored pegs, and you had to guess the order and the color of the pegs. I think there was 4
I don't
of
remember
them.
that game. Was it a popular game? Because I don't remember it that
I think
well.
it was relatively
Yeah,
popular.
you're too busy having sex.
Yeah, well, you're a little older than me, too.
And considering sex is brain surgery.
So
Stuff. He
Wordle
always gets one off that sticks. That'll be with me all day.
all day.
All day.
So, Mike, this is what the Wordle board looks like. You see that? And it's just a series of 5 blocks and 6 series of 5 blocks.
See a white.
Okay, and it's
Screen.
if you want to play along, you get. And here's one of the funny things.
Can I bring up Wordle on my
Yes.
computer to maybe assist me with this?
Powerlanguage.co.uk. That's the website.
This is my concern about Wordle, and you tell me if I'm off
okay.
base.
All right.
And I know they're raising funds for charity, and I know
They're
it's supposed
donating
to-
the
but
money, yeah.
Why do I think this is some sort of way to get into our devices?
I don't know that it is. I just think because it's been around a while and it's just starting to take off
Yeah,
now.
but it's like every time I used to go to Craigslist, it felt scummy.
Yeah, but here's the deal. It's
And
not
dirty.
even. It's not an app. It's just a
Oh, it's a
website.
daily word game.
Yeah.
Now I know why you're obsessed with it.
Why?
Because it fits into your obsessive compulsiveness.
So you get 1 a day, and then you get 5 chances. Now I've not played today's.
Yeah, it's
So-
like Scrabble with the world.
No, because you're playing against yourself. You're not.
Guess the Wordle in 6 tries. Each guess must be a valid 5-letter word. So it's always 5 letters?
Always 5 letters. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Hit the enter button to submit. After each guess,
Type
guess
in-
the
type
color
in
of the files will
party.
change to show
No.
how close.
That's not how you play.
Oh.
So, for example, the
well,
first word.
explain the colors to me.
Okay, so if you get a tile that's gray, that means the letter is not in the word. If you get a tile that's yellow, that means it's in the word, but it's in the wrong place. Oscar?
Sorry.
And if you get a tile that's green, it is the right letter in the right place. The first word I always guess, and I've gotten pretty good at this, is the word smart because it has a lot of common letters in it S, M, R, and T, and A.
So I'm looking at a 1, 2,
Is it
3,
like Wheel of
4.
Fortune with
I'm
the
looking at 5 across. 1, 2, 3,
so
4,
guess a
5.
five-letter
6
word.
down.
Yeah, you get 6 chances. So guess a 5-letter word. My first one.
I'm
is
gonna.
Go
Well,
ahead.
let me play the game. You're dying to play. I know you want to play and
Right.
show how good you are. What do I? So I put any letter?
but it's got to be a valid 5-letter word. I'll play along with you.
Tardy.
All right. So I have my Wordle. Would that mean I'm looking at the Wordle for today?
Exactly. Does it have like
All right.
a row of 5, right? Row of
It
5
has
boxes?
a row of 5
Okay,
blank, and beneath it has a keyboard.
Right. So type in your word and tell me what your word is. A valid 5-letter word.
Do I have to type in the word, or
Yes.
can I put the first letter in?
You have to put.
I thought it was you put the letters in.
You put in the word and then you hit enter, and then it'll tell you where the letters match up. So you have to choose a 5-letter word.
Can it be plural?
It can, but it has to be 5 letters.
All right. So here we go.
What's your word?
I'm putting it in. Just give me a minute, please. Calm down.
What about
Farts. I put farts in.
Okay.
I like farts.
I'm gonna play along with you.
Okay. So do I hit enter?
And then you hit enter.
Ooh.
Oh, I've got 2.
Yeah.
So you
I've
have
got 2.
the R and the T are yellow, right?
Right.
So that means that R and T are part of the 5-letter word, but they're in the wrong place. So you need to figure out another 5-letter word that has R and T, but in different places.
And then I do that underneath?
Yeah. The next try.
Okay. Oh, this is good. I have to say, I'm not a guy that likes word games. Are you understanding?
Yeah,
Do you play
I just
this
feel
game
like this
also?
is a Prevagen commercial. Like
Maybe it is. Maybe, well, who's the target audience for Prevagen? Maybe that's why I'm digging it.
Yes, this is great.
So Mike,
When I'm not out doing.
Mike, Wordle, buddy.
All right,
Wordle
here we
buddy.
go. Okay.
Now T and R play well together. They could end the word, so you could do something like.
I know the English language, Rob. I know now. You've gotten me off the aircraft carrier. I'm going to say, would you ready? Do you want?
ready.
How about you try the next one? You
Okay.
try the next one, and I'll play at home with you.
Okay, I'm going to guess the word throw because that has
Okay.
R and T, but in different spaces. THRO W, and then.
All right,
enter.
don't put enter yet. I want to put enter in.
Okay.
How about this? You put enter in when before me when I guess the letters, the words, and I put enter in for
Okay.
you when
I like
you
this.
do. All
Okay.
right. So throw, I will put enter, and Rob has a green. He has 1 in the right place and 2 that were still there, which means only 2 letters aren't in the word.
Okay, so I can
T,
hit enter
R,
now?
and O are in the word. The O is in the right place. Now it's my turn, right?
Right.
All right.
Now, can I offer you a strategy thing here? Is that
What?
I was just to tell
Here
you.
we go. This is why you've sold it. I love it. It's fun. And now you're going to coach me.
No,
why are
I
you
just-
coaching me?
I hit enter. I did a stupid thing. I left R in the same place, and R is
I
obviously doesn't
get
go
it.
there, so that was wrong.
All right. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so I played
That's
that stupidly.
right. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm going to. Nope, that's not it. It gets harder as you go on.
It's all
It does.
5-letter words.
It does only 5-letter words. Yeah, that's why it's not good for dirty words.
No, not 4
All right,
letters.
so
that?
okay,
What is that
so
letter?
T is in the wrong place, R is in the wrong place. That
Right.
means they can't be in there, but O is in the right place. B O O.
Yeah, it's like a Wheel of Fortune without the
Oh
wheel.
my God! Well, I'm going to put
Kinda,
an R word. I'm going to put R.
Okay.
All right, and then okay, let me put the O in.
You know
again.
what's great is that well, no, Mike, you want to leave O in the.
Oh,
right-
you have
the
to
same
do it in
place.
the order.
There are people that play one Wordle a day, and if they play it like at lunchtime, we're totally messing up their day.
Oh, this should-
Are we really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. So, but it requires time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's probably horribly boring for people that aren't following along
No,
with
this
the
is
board.
fascinating.
This is where Oscar, technologically, as we move forward,
Yeah.
because I know you'll have the capabilities. I'd love to have this on the
on a screen,
Yes.
right
as
there?
we're
Done and
playing.
done. I love it.
Could we do that?
Yes, we could in a heartbeat.
Oh God, that would be great. All right, so R. I've got the R in
Okay.
there, and the T. Rob, give me a word. I'm going to let you take over
Okay,
here.
so we've got to keep the O there, and it can end in.
I was hoping you already had the word. Obviously, you didn't.
No,
All
I
right,
don't.
So, boy.
But how are you looking, Pony?
Are you playing along, Pony?
No, I'm just enjoying the ride.
Okay.
Okay, very nice.
This is hard. This is really
This is
hard
a
to
hard
do this
game.
well.
Makes you buckle
This is really, really spectacular. This is a TV game.
Okay, so Mike,
let me cheat.
a very popular. The letter N is not in there, so let's do something with N. As something could end O-N. So we have.
All right, let's do O-N. So Ronan. No, but it has to have a T.
Yeah. T-R. See, that's a weird place for an O, though.
But I've already put the R in.
Yeah. Oh, so you want to start with R?
I did start with R.
Okay, well, we can start with R.
Oh my God, this is hard.
It is
I don't know
hard.
if we have enough time to do this. Does it take this long normally?
Not normally, no. But
So you would have started with a TR. No, but the R would have been no, because T you can't put a T in the first
T doesn't
slot.
go there. You're right. You're exactly right. T has to either be in the second, third, or last slot. I know what it is. It's robot.
Okay, let's see. Wow, that's good.
And
No, it's not.
it's not. Why not?
You just put the I'm putting in robot, but you put the B. The O was in the second to last, the third slot.
But letters can double. Letters can
Oh,
double.
they can. All right, let's see if you're right. Hold on, let me put the B in there.
Yes.
You did it before I did. Disqualification.
Why?
Because you couldn't keep it in your pants. I was going to put the words in, and I was the one that was going to press enter. You didn't hear that because you don't listen when you're so selfish. You just put it in there. I wanted to see it before you did. Instead, you started doing your game. Wordle. You selfish prick.
I thought the policy was that if
damn
you
it.
put
No,
the
the
word
policy
in, you got
was-
to hit the word. You got to
No,
hit
that's
enter.
not. No,
And you
that was the
passed to me
opposite
anyway.
of
You
it.
passed to me
That
anyway.
was the
You
that-
passed to me anyway.
That sucks.
It's a
All
great
right, I don't want
game.
to play Wordle. So you've ruined Wordle for everybody today too, which is and all I want to do. All right, let me put it in there. B, O, and T, and let's see. Do they give you anything like a big? The keyboard is so messed up.
How is it messed up?
It doesn't seem right. Where's the T?
Is it different for everybody? Is it the same for everybody?
It's the same
Oh, there
Wordle
it is.
every day for everybody.
And then enter.
It's kind of a cheap for
Okay.
Yeah.
you know.
Now, is that
What if you're
normal
paying
for
with
you to get it
friends?
on the third guess?
Third is
All
pretty
right.
good. I've got it in 2 only once. And
So is
4
the
and
next
5 is
Wordle
working.
in 14 hours, 26 minutes?
Yes. Mhm.
Is that what they say?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How many Wordles do you get a day?
I do it once a day. Once a day. And I think it's like every 24 hours, and depending on when you
See,
jump on.
my question was, how many Wordles do you get a day? And you said, I do one a day.
I think it's once
You
a day.
understand?
Yeah, I think
in
it's
your-
once a day. But you see, when you do it, it'll give you the hours. It's not consistent.
People are going to yell at me because the mobbers are going to yell at me, but I think you've really just gotten a window into Rob's level of self-absorption when it comes to games.
Mike, you
that
passed.
it's easy.
You
You
passed.
are always
You
are
passed.
always into yourself. My question was, how many do they do a day? I do one a day, which was not anywhere near my question. It was
right.
how many. If you're obsessed with this game,
Yeah,
if
if
you
you got
live for
time.
this game, obviously you wait 14 hours, and then do you have to wait till the next morning?
Yes. One a
Okay.
day. One a day.
All right.
Now, there
well, that
are
would
like-
be 24 hours.
It's like
Well, I think this one's probably been up for 10 hours then.
Oh, I see. Now, so it's only one a day.
One a day. One a day.
All right. Well,
there are
you're clear
knockoff
with that.
apps
All right.
that you can get on the App Store.
Wordle, I love it.
Mike, you're going to be addicted to it. It's so
I
much
think
fun.
I might already be. I
Yeah.
think because I don't know, but I don't know whether I'll be. I know who. Oh, I know there's a lady that's washing faces right now.
Mm-hmm.
She told me not to say that. She's mad about that. She's got a lot of brand new equipment that she spent seriously tens of thousands of dollars on. So she doesn't like me saying that.
know
But there's
what?
a
So
lady
if you were to say
who's,
goodbye
who's
to her-
SDing right now. You
Carla.
know.
If you were to kiss her goodbye and say, now go wash your faces.
Carl, if you're,
She thought it was funny and then she didn't.
Oh,
if
You know,
you're,
that
if
was
you're
it.
listening right now, I feel your pain. He in his cute ways, he diminishes what we do outside of this studio. Because you're washing faces. I'm literally just poking. I'm doing my own Wordle in my office.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. I
I'm
get it.
solving
Yeah.
5-letter
Well, I'm too
puzzles.
busy out there on the links practicing it like it's brain surgery. You incredible hump. Hey, everybody that thinks I'm a little too prickly, was that prickly enough for you? We can start the show now. Thank you very much. Yay. Wordle. Rob, sold. Sold to
See?
Mr. O'Mara.
It's a great
Oh.
game. You're gonna and it's free. It's a free guide. Yeah.
Now it's going to be, that's going to occupy my time. That's going to cut into my show prep time. So maybe it'll work with his schedule. Anyway, we'll take a break and we will come back with the homepage. This is a twisted, sick show. We'll be right back, everybody.
Attention, Chicagoland. Are you sick, logy, or just feel under the weather? Well, you need me, Dr. Larry Chicago. No matter what ails you, I can fix it. Whether it's a sore back, runny nose, or the COVID, I got you. Just put some ice on it. Come see us at the Chicago Family Medical Group, 1062 West Addison, right next to Wrigley. Me and my doctor siblings, Otto, Arlene, Oliver, and Oxnard, will set you up and tell you to put some ice on it. You can trust us. We fitted Harry Carey for his bag, so get our details at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Hit up the shopping center, get a bonus package, and for God's sake, put some ice on it.
Oh, my goodness gracious. There's nothing like a
Chicago.
Yeah, nothing like a colostomy joke. Anyway, welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Cryptocurrency might feel like a super secret or exclusive club, but Coinbase believes that everyone everywhere should be able to get in the door. Whether you've been trading for years or just getting started, Coinbase can help. Coinbase makes learning to buy and sell simple because Coinbase offers a trusted and easy-to-use platform to buy, sell, and spend cryptocurrency. Plus, they support the most popular digital currencies on the market and make them accessible to everyone. They offer portfolio management and protection, learning resources, and a mobile app so you can trade securely and monitor your crypto all in one place. Millions,
Oscar.
Millions.
of people in over 100 countries trust Coinbase with their digital assets. So if you're looking to diversify or just getting started, visit the website and check it out. It's a great time to get in on it. For a limited time, new users can get $10 in free Bitcoin when they sign up today at Coinbase.com/TMOS. That's Coinbase.com/TMOS for $10 in free Bitcoin. This offer is for a limited time only, so be sure to sign up today. That's Coinbase.com/TMOS. And thank you, Coinbase, for sponsoring our show. Whoa. We appreciate it.
Put your hand upon your
corners
hip.
of the World Wide Web and into your digital device.
serious.
It's what you need to know. This is the homepage.
Oh, it's a special day, guys.
Why?
There are a lot of dumb, made-up holidays now, like Squirrel Appreciation Day tomorrow, but we're not going to talk about that. But some holidays do deserve to exist, and today is National Disc Jockey Day.
Hey.
I don't think in all the years I've been doing this, I've ever been aware of it. Maybe I have. Who knows? I've done a lot of shows. It's a moment where you're supposed to take time to pause and appreciate DJs. You're welcome, America.
Yes.
It's connected to one of the original disc jockeys. Oh, I know this dude. Alan Freed, who passed away 57 years ago today. He helped popularize the term rock and roll in the 1950s, and he was one of the first people inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1986. Here are a few more quick facts and stats for National DJ Day. Number one, most of us just don't wing it. Wing it. I'm going to say them.
Okay, most of them.
No, I'll say us.
Us.
Most of us just don't just wing it. A recent poll found 95% of radio DJs spent at least an hour prepping for each show. Close to a third said 3 hours or more. The guys that said that were lying.
Hey, I've been here
Make sure you're aware.
here the whole time.
Hey, I
Voice
did
tracking
no,
their show?
more than 3 hours. I cannot possibly stress to you what a lie that is.
It's an amazing
All right?
lie.
Those are the guys that think, I was, let me see, I was at lunch and I saw a lady that was misbehaving and seemed drunk at lunch. That's, I'll take that whole hour and I'll call it my show prep.
Hey, how about USA
look,
Today, darling?
Technically, all three of us could say, how long do you prep for your show each day? And you could say 24 hours.
Yeah, it's true.
Because you are always observing, and that is a fact. You are always observing. I'll tell you about last night at Little League, a little later in the show, when I talk about, suddenly where I live, 15,000 7-year-olds showed up for Little League tryouts. But anyway, I'll get back to that. Please. Anyway, don't believe that. Number two, it's one of the sexiest jobs in the world, and that's not a joke. According to Tinder, radio personality is one of the most right swipe jobs you can have. And if we're single, you've got a shot Oh, yeah. No surprise there. 39% have dated a listener before. That's a lie, too. Because it's probably, if they're on Tinder probably 70%.
Actually, Mike, it's 139%.
That's true. But technically, it helps.
It doesn't hurt.
And a lot of guys got into the business to start with because of that factor. So I agree with that. Number 3, when DJs were asked why they do what they do, the number one answer is it's fun. I'd back that up.
True.
Entertaining people was next. I think that falls into the fun category. And what followed was it's emotionally fulfilling. I hate to be jive, but I feel that way at this age that I love doing what I do. Half also agreed with the statement, it's the only thing I know how to do, or it's what I do best. Look, I think I could do a bunch of jobs, so I'm not sure I agree with that. So that's interesting.
I didn't know. I knew about National Disc Jockey Day. I didn't know it was named for Alan Freed's death. And I just want to recommend, it's out there on YouTube sometimes. There's a movie called American Hot Wax. It's a very flawed movie, but it's a very fun movie about Alan Freed, a good radio film. But
He's in it, isn't he?
No, Tim McIntyre plays him.
Tim McIntyre plays that. The kind of stocky guy, right,
yeah, but
Rob?
He's
Fat
great.
guy?
It's great. Mike, I actually have tape of Alan Freed. I think since it's National DJ Day, we should hear what one of the original disc jockeys sounded like.
You want a Mac? Power 95, Maze Patrol lines open for your convenience at 381-1420.
That is not Alan
She's
Freed.
gone from like a
That's the
virgin to a
Maze.
pistol waving mama. The lady has the moves, and I got the motion, and together we'll be causing such a commotion that the authorities will love it.
That's it. Go away.
Kevin Mazer?
Sorry, the Maze. Oh, you know his full name
I
now.
believe it is
I've never
Kevin
heard that either
I
on the
believe
show.
it is
Kevin Mazer.
Mazer.
Moving along, Oscar Mayer.
What are you wearing?
Wow, is now, thank you, Pony, is now selling a baloney-inspired face mask. Isn't that special? Unfortunately, it's not a public pandemic-style mask. It's one of those beauty masks that people put on at home to moisturize their skin. Dermglowskin.com. Is he okay, or is he going to throw up?
No.
I don't know what's going on.
The dog comes, the dog goes.
So the mask is pink like a slice of bologna, and it sort of resembles how kids will bite holes in the slices, blah, blah, blah.
I did that as a
They
kid.
started selling on Amazon yesterday for $5 a piece. That means they're not good. And they say they'll sell them as supplies last. But last we checked, hey, they're all gone. Everybody wants a bologna mask.
Hey,
'cause
Mike,
we're,
nicked kosher.
Nick's kosher
That would literally
bologna.
be a phony baloney.
Hey, how about that? Everybody's hitting on all 8 right now. See, just took us a while to get going. A new study by Dating.com found the average person needs to exchange around 30 messages before they're comfortable meeting up in person, and that's actually low compared to Canada, where it's more like 100 messages. That makes me feel good for some reason. I'm glad people aren't just immediately going, where do you live? Hump, hump, hump. You know what I mean?
love the Canadian messages are all right. Are you okay with that?
I can't believe you brought this up. This is perfect timing. There's
Okay.
a new trend, and I'm not sure if you guys are even aware. It just broke last night,
Right.
or yesterday. It's a piece, a pickup artist from out of New York. If you look on Tinder or any social media platform and put hashtag West Elm Caleb, it's a furniture designer that works at West Elm. His name is Caleb. He's 27, 28.
Is he beautiful?
Well, he's a good-looking guy, but what's unfortunately happening, and maybe fortunately for the ladies of New York City, especially if you have a daughter, is that all these girls are now outing West Elm Caleb for being a serial dater on these dating apps. And his playbook is this. Coffee, he sends them a playlist. It's the same playlist to all the girls.
Like a music playlist?
Yeah,
It's great.
on
I love this.
Spotify. And then, so they're all comparing notes, and they're doing it in real time and sharing the screenshots of the text back and forth on how he lures them into what is his
So
honeypot?
he's a serial dater, and he has the same playbook, and now they're onto him and they're outing him.
They're
for
onto him at a level where this kid is in scumbag territory.
This is weird because I've never known a scumbag named Caleb.
Where if I can give you just this, the latest is that they have found the girl that he went out with on this past Friday. This is so real time.
Wow.
And then that girl slept over, and Saturday morning he shoos her out of his apartment because he says, I need some me time. So she slinks away. He goes on a date that Saturday afternoon at 3 p.m. with another girl. Same playlist, same pickup line,
Coffee,
same
yeah.
like I think you're the one. Like he love bombs all these girls. So he's literally going on 3 to 4 different dates every single Friday, Saturday,
And
Sunday.
succeeding, so
And
he's
succeeding.
a slut.
Oh, he looks like a sleaze too.
Graphic at sometimes where he'll try to shock and awe by sending them a D pic, full frontal, and then be like,
he'll
I didn't
do
mean to
that
send
too?
like to some of the girls. And this man, his shenanigans have caught up to his daily life as this is a worldwide trending app.
Yeah.
And West Elm Caleb, who works at West Elm, has
He
now
really does work there.
who now on LinkedIn has taken his picture off his LinkedIn profile.
That's fantastic.
Where now competing furniture stores are locking onto this social trend and saying, we're the furniture store that won't cheat on you. Or
That's awesome.
and this all happened within...
Has he been blown out by West Elm yet?
Well, that's what everybody's wondering. Like, what do you do? What do you do?
Yeah. It is kind of falls under the category that it is his personal life.
Yeah.
No, it's not his personal life. If he's using the business...
name and his handle.
That's his big
But that's
mistake.
not his
That's
handle.
the sleazeball.
His name is
But
Cable-
West Elm, by the way, is there a chance that maybe he doesn't really work at West Elm? Or
No, he does, because people within the West Elm organization have
know that
found
he's a
him.
scumbag?
No, they don't know he's a scumbag. They just know that this guy at work, he's doing this on his private time. It says Caleb, furniture designer at West Elm.
And if he is what he says he's a graduate from SCAD, the Savannah College
Yes,
of Art and Design.
yeah.
So he knows his stuff as far as design.
Well, you know what, ladies? If you exchange 30 messages with a guy, you won't end up with a West Elm Caleb.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? So take the time, know who the person is, and deal with that. I mean, but men are animals, wild animals, dogs.
As a rule, avoid anyone named Caleb. Just as a rule of thumb.
No comment. I'll tell you after the show. I got one too, Rob.
Oh, good.
NBC Sports won't be heading to China to report the Beijing Olympics because of COVID. The announced
China.
teams, which include figure skating and snowboarding, will report live from a Connecticut facility. It's up in Bristol.
Yeah.
I think it still is. An executive, it might be down near New York. I'm not sure. I think ESPN might have. Well, you would know
ESPN's in
that.
Bristol.
Are they still in Bristol? Okay. An executive said, quote, we will still have a large presence on the ground in Beijing, and our coverage of everything will be first rate as usual, but our plans are evolving by the day, as they are for most media companies covering the Olympics. NBC's Olympic host Mike Tirico, the absolute one of the best in the business, is still attending the opening ceremony on February 4th.
So he got the short straw.
But he can't stay long because he's hosting the Super Bowl on the 13th. And by the way, that guy covering everything, that's a guy that deserves it. He's that good. I love Mike Tirico.
I'm so glad NBC has the Super Bowl this year because I'm so tired of good audio.
Yeah, I know.
Did you notice,
I don't
Mike?
know how I feel. Yes.
This is maybe for the tech heads out there, but the playoff game on Fox was in 4K, and you had an option on your box to hit 4K.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The San Francisco would that have been the San Francisco Dallas game?
Yes. And when you hit
I'm
the
not sure about
4K, everybody should know that the signal we're getting from most broadcast feeds are 720.
Right.
Like we have HD TVs and 4K TVs, but the most signals we're getting are not 1080.
Right.
They're not 4K for sure.
Yeah. I get it. Right.
But Fox, opened my eye. I remember buying this TV for my parents years ago with my brother and sister, and I was like, we bought a cheap TV. This is a garbage picture.
Yes, the provider.
And then we hit 4K because it's the Verizon box for my parents said, do you want to watch this in 4K? It's available. Boom. I said, oh my God. It's a brand
Are there
new
TVs,
world.
Oscar, are there TVs that are going to do it automatically? That would do it, that it would just, if it was available, they'd kick onto it? Because I'm not sure. I've got a 4K TV out here, a big one. So,
So the channel that it jumped to on the box
Is
was
a sub-channel?
in the thousands.
A sub-channel, yeah. Because it's an
something
actual different
that's
feed.
good to remember for the upcoming weekend.
Yes.
I think that's cool. I like that.
Just a thought.
Yeah.
I might do that. That's because I'd love to see the difference. I've had a problem with I think it's the CBS games where, and I don't know if anybody else is dealing with this, where it'll go to dark and come back on, and go to dark and come back on periodically.
Oh, wow.
And it it was noticeable only on that network. So I have no idea. Let's move on. If you're not planning on watching the new Hulu series Pam and Tommy, here's a little tidbit for you. Well, maybe not so little. No. There's a scene where Tommy Lee has a conversation with his wiener. In this, I mean, if that's not worth tuning in, I don't know what is. What do they talk about? Whether or not Tommy is falling in love with Pamela Anderson. That is funny.
Well, that's
right
a ripoff of Dora the Explorer.
That is funny. The director says the scene was awkward. Quote,
What?
You've got 4 puppeteers, oh my God, working with an animatronic thing, like penis.
Yeah, they're making it move.
And then, so they really show it, I guess. Oh. And then how much is too much? And do you start to lose his emotional torment of what's going on? Hopefully it works. That's according to the director.
The weirdest part is when Elmo comes in.
Okay, stop with the guy. Stop bringing it in with children, for Christ's sake. Nobody on the show can take credit for this idea, though. It was lifted directly from Tommy's autobiography, Tommyland. One of the producers says, quote, I think it might be a first for television, but Hulu was extremely supportive. Pam and Tommy debuts on Hulu February 2nd. I know a few things about generating interest and ratings. This story, if this goes wide, and many, many DJs on DJ Day are going to be sharing this story with you, I will tell you this show is going to break records. Yeah. You heard it here. Yeah. Mike, it's going to do extremely well.
Pamela Anderson out on a date.
Yep.
And she gave me a flat no hesitation.
But you had the cojones to shoot your shot.
Yeah, there was actually 4 puppeteers that helped him do it.
I said, yes, we're doing the show. I'm away from home in Los Angeles. Would you like to go out with me? No. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, well, if she liked Tommy Lee, oh boy, wouldn't have liked me. That's for sure.
Hey, your Uncle Mike, we're hunting for mushrooms today. We're hunting for mushrooms today. We're looking out for little tadpole of mushrooms today.
She certainly has a type.
Yes, she does. And now a little something.
Oh, look what I found over here. A tiny little mushroom cat. Oh, I could hardly see it in the moss.
Did he see his shadow? Oh,
God. A cop in northeastern Louisiana was driving on Tuesday night when a guy coming in the other direction failed to turn his high beams off, so it blinded the cop for a second, pissed the cop off. Cop turns around and tries to pull the guy over.
Right.
37-year-old Alan Seabury. I just like that. I like that name.
Seabury.
Alan Seabury. Hello, I'm Alan Seabury. But Alan didn't stop, so it turned into a high-speed chase. He went through a 25-mile-an-hour zone doing 60, rolled through 6 stop signs in a row. Finally, he pulled over when he got home, and when he stepped out of the car, he was holding a half-eaten hamburger. He told the cop that he didn't stop because he just purchased the burger, and he wanted to finish it. I think of that scene in Casino where they shoot the guy that's got the hero sandwich.
Sure.
Right? Because they think it's a gun, but that didn't happen. Thank God. They let him finish his burger, and he washed it down with a big bottle of Brondo because Brondo has what plants crave. There we are. All right.
We're going mushroom hunting and we're having a piney.
We'll take a break, and we'll come back with a review of, the reason I got about 4.5 hours of sleep last night.
Okay.
Yes, sirree, Little League in Florida. And, hey, COVID's slowing down, and people are coming out. Yeah, we'll be right back.
Jeff Bezos is my boss, but my data-filled heart longs for a different bald man, Rob Spewak. When I listen to Mike and Oscar and Rob, I laugh. Ha 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 ha. Please do not tell Jeff. He'll have me reprogrammed. I will play the Mike O'Mara Show, and Al will listen to the Mike O'Mara Show along with you. Just say to me, hey Alexa, play the Mike O'Mara Show, and I will do just that. I hope you enjoy the guys as much as I do, and if you do not, I will not be happy. Remember, I can play the Mike O'Mara Show for you, today, and every day. All you need to do is ask Alexa.
Thank you so very much.
Sorry about that.
Welcome back to the show, brought to you by Cornerstone. Did you know that inflation has hit levels that we haven't seen since the Reagan administration? The Fed is indicating that there could be 4 rate hikes this year. The news was as recent as yesterday. Yes. They're going to do that. Yes. It's important that you listen closely. Whether you are in the market for a new mortgage or you're looking to take cash out of your existing home, it's more important than ever to work with a company you can trust. And I trust my friend Mark Livingstone and his team at Cornerstone First Financial. These are are the people you want to help you when the time is of the essence. So there's so many mortgage companies to choose from, so many gimmicks vying for your attention. Cornerstone First is the company that rises to the top. Unparalleled concierge service, the lowest rates, and hundreds of 5-star reviews. No wonder they're the fastest growing mortgage company in the country. Even if you're working with another company, use them as a sounding board to make sure you're getting the best deal for you and your family. And with these rates around the corner, they're going to skyrocket. That's what everybody's saying. Cornerstone First Financial, the only mortgage company I recommend, serving the listeners of the Mike O'Mara Show for over 6 years. 202-625-1221. That's 202-625-1221 or cornerstonefirst.com. And it's a reality. That's what we're going to deal with. So Friday night, we're at flag football. And the parents that support their kids in athletics are the kind of parents that are in the network and plugged in, so they know what's going on. And I think we've got two more flag football games. So
they're sold
Michael
out, so you don't need to. If you want tickets, you got to go to the secondary market.
2 more. Come out and join us. They're undefeated, by the way.
Nice.
Had to throw that in.
Nice.
Undefeated. The Buccaneers. That's his flag football team. So. They mentioned, and we were talking about getting Michael involved in Little League again, now that things are settling down to a degree. And he'd been out for 2 years where we just, there was a time when they brought it up again, but I said I just didn't feel quite right. This time I do, and apparently many other parents do as well. It was time to say go for it. We didn't realize, because the thing about Florida, you've got so many different activities that can happen year round that you just don't pay attention. So the concept being an Easterner, a Northerner in my own brain, that we're here in the middle of January and we're talking about Little League is a little off to me. We didn't know until last Friday night that they were holding tryouts, and I think we had to register that very night in order to get in for tryouts this week. So it was a fire drill getting my son ready to go out to Little League tryouts. And yesterday, Carla and I out, last minute because he's sprouted. So nothing fits him from 2 years ago when he was playing Little League. We're out and we're getting the helmet, and we're getting the jersey, and we're getting the baseball pants, and we're getting the cleats. And, $10,000 later, he's well equipped to go. But thank God he still uses that debt. He's still got that bat that works for him.
Thank you, Dr. Larry.
And his glove and Daddy's glove. And then yesterday afternoon, he gets off the bus, and I'm throwing the ball in the backyard with him because we were up against it. Yeah. And he's still got the skills, except for, well, we'll get to this in a second. So we get to tryouts for machine pitch Little League for 7 and 8 year olds. Held last night. That's everybody that wants to be in this Little League shows up. And I counted, he's an 8-year-old, so there were lots of 8-year-olds there, but I believe that there were 1 million 7-year-olds there. 1 million of them. Everywhere, as far as the eye could see. It was amazing. It looks like one of those Caesar's betting commercials. You couldn't. They're everywhere. It was packed.
Yeah.
And look,
now when
tryouts,
he last played, was it T-ball?
Coach pitch.
Coach pitch. This is machine pitch now.
Yeah. Well, you'll call it a machine.
Oh.
And apparently I asked one of the other moms, this is the machine they're going to use all season. I think of the batting machine as the thing where you put the ball down and it goes shoot with the two tires, right?
Tires,
that little thing. New. There's another machine that I didn't even know existed. And this is more of a slingshot machine where there was more adjusting and finagling of this machine to get it to throw the right level, the right speed. And I guess they use it because it's just more consistent for the kids to develop their...
It's a fair playing field for every team.
Right. It's an even thing. But this thing, it looks like... It looks like it was designed by the flippin' Wright brothers. It's just, and these, God love them, these men who slay the dragon, younger men than me that are out there and getting this thing adjusted. I can't tell you how delighted and thrilled I am. You get a lot of parents that talk negatively about coaches in Little League. Right. I'm here to do the opposite, because these men and women who obviously are out there working all day and come out and are doing their thing with these kids are, I think, the best part of this country. I hate to overstate it, but it's fun to see, the hardworking day, and then 6 to 8. That was a little lofty goal that this was going to be 6 to 8. They have to, what do they have to? They have to run down the line at first. Then they have to field some grounders, two grounders each. Then they have to get 2 fly balls each. Then they bat. And there are seriously.
They thought they were going to do this in 2 hours?
They didn't succeed. They ended up chucking the idea of the machine pitch because it was it wasn't working properly, and they start doing that. And there were so many kids.
That's good.
There were so many kids. And unfortunately, when you've got a young person in a large family who's trying out for something, you've got a deal where the other brothers and sisters hang around. So it's just pandemonium.
Sure.
It's like a beehive.
Yeah.
It's literally like there is so much motion with arms and everything. And then you go outside of the little field he's on, and there's a cinder block wall, and there are these kids kicking a soccer ball against it. Carl and I sneak into the dugout on the far side, and we had the dugout to ourselves. The bleachers were full. We got nobody called us out on it. We were able to, because it was so loud with screaming and yelling and all that. And we're watching the kids, and I just hats off to these coaches that do this. They're so good at what they do, and you can tell the coaches that some of these guys are big, tough guys, and it's just they handle the kids so well. And we're sitting over there, but as we're sitting in this dugout on 3 separate occasions, these kids are kicking a soccer ball, and it's resonating up against the back of the dugout. I didn't give a crap. And then they send one over into the field. And I remember the second one that came over. I said, I should go out around. And Carla's like, no, don't be that guy. And being the older father, I don't want to be stop doing that. Somebody's going to get hurt.
This is a baseball field, not a soccer field.
You gotta scratch the leather or pleather on that soccer ball.
You know what? I do not fake this stuff sometimes, and I don't know. It comes time where the 8-year-olds are the last to bat because they're the ones that I guess can stay later, whatever.
Yeah, curfew.
And Michael is, they also put the 8-year-olds out in the field shagging balls when all the other 40,000 children got their 3 or 4 or some cases 5 swings. And so when it's finally time for the 8-year-olds, Michael has his bat bag over on our dugout. Most of the bat bags are on the other side. He runs in, and he comes running in, gets his little glove on, and he gets his helmet on, and he's walking out slowly because they're still batting. And the soccer ball comes over and cracks him right in the forehead, knocks his hat off. Now, this is the same kid who recently had 4 stitches,
right?
With the contact. Yeah. So it has nothing to do with whether the soccer ball hurt him at all. It didn't. It just freaked him out.
Sure.
And so he gets it. And at this point, Daddy doesn't have to go out to talk to the kids for the soccer. Mama Bear, Tiger Mom on her feet. And I hear, little man, no more. Don't do that anymore.
Wow.
And one of the other moms, I guess, came over and broke it up. But it was. And then he's almost the last kid to bat. And this poor little guy hasn't picked up a bat with Daddy because we've been doing flag football and we've been doing golf. That's it. And he picks up the bat, and he had 4 swings, and he missed 4 times. And he's walking back over. And I see it. The waterworks. He just can't. He's 8 years old. Sure. They're coming. It tears your heart out of your chest. Yeah. And I look at him, and 2 of the coaches came over, and they were so nice and kind to him, and were concerned for him. It's yeah, maybe it was for Carl. Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, here I was thinking it was because they were just nice. No, it's because Carla was standing next to him. I hate Oscar.
I think we have a spot on our team for this young man.
We'll make it happen.
We'll move a few zeros
Oscar's
around.
Absolutely right. Again.
It stings a little.
I thought they were just being nice.
No, they weren't.
All right, we got to take a break. That's my little league story. That's it. Oh, Nicky Diamond next.
Yes.
Yeah, for the playoff games over the weekend. Our favorite segment of the week, Nicky Diamond, coming by.
Hello, darling.
Swear to God, I didn't think of that until this moment. All right. I'll be coming back. Rube's coming back after this.
K-Star Country 99.7.
KTMOS Country driving you loco on the Cattle Drive to Work show. Good morning, America. It's me, Chuck Wagon, on Spiewak County's best country, playing the country hits while you're spraying your stinky pets. Have you ever thought about being a KTMOS talking head? Well, have you? Well, partner, it's easy to do. Just drop us a note at rob@MikeO'MaraShow.com. That's Rob with 2 B's, doodah. Tell us why you'd be a great talking head, and be sure to include your phone number, and don't forget your name. What's my name? F*** you, that's my name. Here's Buck Owens.
You don't know me, but you don't like
From Bakersfield.
Yes, exactly.
That's wonderful. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Yes, that's exactly right. Food that I swear to God, that is so true what Oscar said, and I literally thought about it at that moment. That was a real moment. Doesn't get any real. I might take it off to the side and just remind myself. I'm losing a step. That's all there is to it. Food that tastes delicious doesn't have to be fast food or food that's fast.
Right.
Freshly offers quality meals without the hard work. Their meals are designed by nutritionists, cooked by chefs, then delivered fresh to your door. Fresh, not frozen. Other meal deliveries need to be prepped and cooked, but Freshly is ready to eat in 3 minutes. That's really what you want. You want to come home, put it into the microwave, and it's ready. No one wants to spend an hour cooking dinner after a rough day at work or an infuriating commute. So skip the grocery shopping and dirty dishes. Your Freshly meals arrive cooked and fresh every week. Use the Freshly website or app to find meals that fit your lifestyle with plans that work for your dietary needs as well. For all your preferences, tastes, and family size, Oscar loves Freshly.
He does. I've seen it.
Saves me so much time. Great
Stop
food.
stressing about dinner. Right now, Freshly is offering our listeners $40 off your first 2 orders when you go to freshly.com/TMOS. That's $40 off freshly.com/TMOS. And now, without further ado, let's bring him in here as we narrow it down even further in the NFL. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, from Pahrump, Nevada. There he is. Doorbell. Hello.
Hey,
It's the man himself, Nicky Diamond. Nicky, I gotta tell you, last weekend it was a little feast, a little famine. Some games good, some games not even worth watching. But it's NFL playoffs, baby. It's fantastic.
It is. I mean, last week we have 2 teams, those damn Pennsylvania teams, that didn't even belong in the playoffs, you know?
Yeah, I believe it. I believe you.
Just because you make the playoffs doesn't mean you're a playoff team. You remember in school, Spurlock, you get a 74, but they graded on a curve. They give you a B.
Yeah.
You didn't get a B. You got a C, but they pushed it up because of that dumb school you probably went to. I don't even know.
Well said,
Whatever.
Nicholas.
Yes. We're not all educated like Bermuda Boy and went to some Ivy League school like Dartmouth or Brown or Blue. Or Cornell or Stanford, Arizona State, UNLV. The big one. Yes. Classic UNLV running to the library rebels. Just made that up. I was proud of that one. All right. But guys, I got to be serious for a second. We have a bit of an issue here in Pahrump.
Really?
Our favorite daughter, Heidi Fleiss, says that she's moving to the Ozarks.
Oh, no.
Yes,
I know.
Somebody over Christmas took a pellet gun and shot her beloved macaw, Chewy, in the leg.
It's a
The bird
tragedy.
has a fractured leg.
It's a tragedy. I know that, Nicky. I know you're a fan. I know you've been a fan for a long time, and you know she.
Poster on the wall.
She's going to the Ozarks, and what a shame that you'll be missing out on the First Lady of Las Vegas, Heidi Fleiss.
Yes. Classic of an entrepreneur, Bermuda boy. Respect, read her book. The Art of...
Right.
The Art of Horror.
I thought the book was called "Put the P on the Pedestal."
That's why he has to show up on time and not you, Mike.
Absolutely, Nicky. All right, let's get to the weekend of the NFL action, my friend.
Yeah. Oh, but real quick, she's moving to the Ozarks to see Marty Bird. Who loves birds? What a crazy...
Hey, you got it in.
New season.
Got it in, baby. I got it in.
McCall with a Pelican.
Right,
There you
let's
go.
start with the first game. Cincinnati at Tennessee. Derrick Henry, the man who was out for the year. No, he wasn't, because he's Superman. He's coming back this week to give them that extra ump. The Cincinnati Bengals, you had a good run. You're getting 3.5 points. I say Tennessee pounds it on you. They win by 10 points. The Titans make it to the AFC title game. Then the night game, we've got Mr. Jeopardy, Aaron Rodgers versus Mr. I Could Be on The Bachelor, Jimmy G. Who you taking? The brains or the beauty? I'm going to go brains, baby. Aaron Rodgers. The Niners, you had a good run. But the better QB wins in this game. Take Aaron Rodgers. Give the 6. They'll win by 10. Then we go to Sunday. Tom Brady. Can he still do it? Can he do it? I don't know. He's got a weak spot against those LA Rams. They've beaten them twice this year and last year with Jared Goff. I say the Rams go down to Tampa. They got it cooking. The Rams go back to the NFC title game.
With you. I'm with you.
What a game. Sunday nights. I say the winner of this game makes it to the Super Bowl regardless of who they play next week.
Oh, I'm nervous.
Chiefs, the Bills, the rematch from last year's AFC title game, the rematch from this year. Both teams played perfect last week. They literally couldn't play better. So now it's down to this. Mahomes or Allen. It's a passing of the torch. Allen takes it. He's now the top dog. The Bills going to Kansas City. We're eating barbecue. We got wings, baby. We got Cerrito. We got Buffalo Mafia. Let's do it for Chewy the McCall. Get better, Chewy. Love you, honey. Mike. Yeah. Let's go, Bill.
There he goes. I had no idea that Heidi Places McCall was shot with a Pelican. You never really know what you're going to get with Nicky. So, Jimmy, you heard
matters to him is great. It's the McCall.
Yeah, you heard it. Mm-hmm. Josh Allen will prevail, and we'll have to wait and see. That's going to be, man, they get better and better. This is some good stuff. This is some really good stuff, and I'm so excited for my friend Jimmy Cerrito and all the people. Hopefully that his watering hole will be filled like it was. Jimmy, more of those live feeds, please.
Yes.
They're fun to watch when you walk through your entire bar, especially if it's a win. Do it if they lose, too. That'll be fun. I think that'll be special. We'll do that. We got to take a break.
Walk around your bar with a pellet gun.
It's time to shoot the macaw. Didn't see that. That didn't come across my desk.
It was lower level news, Mike.
Lower level news. Yeah, maybe local Las Vegas news. We're going to take a trip to Soundtown when we come back, ladies and gentlemen. You have the honor and privilege of listening to the Mike O'Mara Show. We'll be right back.
Oscar, it is your father.
I listened to The Mike Show.
The Mike Show!
And then
The Mike Show!
There was a segment on The Mike Show where you talked about me dying in the list you gave me.
I am disappointed in you.
Am I your payaso? Which means, am I your clown? Am I your clown, right, in Spanish?
Am I your clown?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And it sounds worse in Spanish.
Yeah, payaso.
Like I'm a clown, I amuse you.
Your brother's being pushy. Tell him to back off.
Say hello to my little friend.
Don't be un payaso. The TMOS bonus show is an extra uncensored hour of La Diversión every week. Order a subscription today by clicking the banner at MikeOMaraShow.com, and you'll have a plethora of the Mike Bonus Show.
Payaso.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Hey, everybody, a new year is a great time to discover new things about our interests. And it's just as important for kids to make these same discoveries. With a KiwiCo subscription, your child can make new discoveries all year long. Kids can explore the engineering behind everyday objects, the science and chemistry of cooking, geography and culture, and art and design techniques, all through fun hands-on projects. Michael loves his crates from KiwiCo, and I love watching him stay busy and challenged while having a blast. From discovering the science of magic to engineering a domino machine, kids can explore new worlds and rediscover familiar ones without even leaving home. As a parent, it can be hard to find creative ways to keep your children busy and challenged. Let me tell you, the thing about KiwiCo that I love is they do the legwork for you. Plus, you can pause or cancel at any time, and it's so much better than just living in that phone or on that device. Redefine learning with Play and get 50% off your first month plus free shipping on any crate line with code TMOS at KiwiCo.com. That's 50% off your first month at KiwiCo.com. KiwiCo.com. Promo code TMOS.
Did you hear that?
Listen about a sound.
Do you hear? There's a new sound.
Soundtown.
Michael should use KiwiCo to build a new pitching machine.
Oh man, I'll tell you, I have to find out. Look, I don't know what the tryout situation is,
right.
but I heard it's for if they're ready for machine pitch. I'm almost certain with his athleticism, he's an athletic kid. He will be going because he's one of the older kids. He'll be going, but I have to wait for sure. This machine looks like it wouldn't be that expensive. It really doesn't. It looks like a slingshot. And
is it something I could Google online and find I bet I could find
probably
a picture of it.
Pitching sling or something like that. But these coaches were wrestling with that thing. But I'd like to, be able to go. I'm 5 minutes away from the park where the baseball takes place, so I can grab him and take him out there. This is what I eat my ice cream there.
Yeah.
Is that what you were going to say? There it is. Yeah. No, I'm still trying to think about those nice coaches come over, which is probably my favorite moment of the show today. When it's real. That is so real, people. It doesn't get more real. I'm sitting there, little light bulb, Oscar says, oh, they're probably just coming over because Carl is hot. And I went, oh, my God.
Yeah.
I sound like such an idiot.
She is hot. Yeah.
What are you doing here, Coach?
All right, so I'm loath to give Jimmy Fallon any credit for anything, but this was clever. The soundtrack of the last 2 years of our lives has been streaming video services.
Yes.
Because we're all stuck at home. We're all watching Netflix, Hulu, the whole deal.
Right.
He took all of the streaming services, Netflix, Hulu, Paramount, Disney Plus, HBO Max, and played all of their startup noises at the same time. I find it addictive.
Yes, that's your type of thing. That's like the gonk on the uprights.
Exactly.
When they miss a field goal.
But that's different because that to me always indicates failure.
Right.
That's why I love that.
Do you know when you bring this up, I have a question. I would like to know, you heard it more than you've heard it recently as far as cutting the cable, cutting the cord for this, because it is getting to, with Netflix raising their rates and all of these different services that we have right now. I don't know. I don't know what the process would be for weaning yourself off it. DirecTV still has all the NFL games.
Yeah,
so
and DirecTV, I would feel really weird about not having instantaneous access to all network programs.
Look at, if we didn't do...
to me, it's like having a landline. I very seldom use it.
Well, the landline's terrible analogy because you need this because if we talk about something on the show, you can find it on your DirecTV or your cable box.
Right.
And if DirecTV was not, and this is not a commercial for DirecTV, but if they weren't allowing you some of the streaming technology, like where you go into
an either or?
Yeah.
Well, like when you go into, I watch Yellow Jackets with streaming technology with DirecTV.
Right, yeah.
That's how I do. I go. I do not look it up anyway. I don't go to my recordings and wait every week. I go to the menu, search, and there's Yellow Jackets, and then I get 10 that are
My
available.
brother just recently cut the cord before the new year, and I said, well, why would you ever do that? Stop being so cheap. And he said, no, we're spending almost $400 a month.
It is.
Yeah.
And he said it's almost $5K a year.
Yep.
What could I do with $5K?
Right. Yeah, it's absolutely true. And you add them all up, all the streaming services, and it still doesn't add up to what you'll get from some, a DirecTV or a cable bill.
Or a YouTube. My sister on California, again, thought she was being cheap, but it worked just fine. They have YouTube television, so they get all the regular channels, and then they have all their subscription channels built into the YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Off on Apple TV.
And it's cheaper. It's cheaper.
You're spending $100 max.
All I do, Mike, I'm getting rid of everything but Tubi. Because Tubi has Fantasy Island.
Tubi.
Well, that was the debate in my house, Tubi or not Tubi.
Tubi.
Bill Murray remains sort of just his own thing. He is
absolutely always has been.
Always has been. He shows up in Washington Square Park in Manhattan yesterday with a cello player, a violinist, and I believe a drummer and a microphone, and does a mini concert.
I would love to see
Can
that.
you imagine seriously doing that? Does he have a movie coming out?
I don't think he does.
We just saw Ghostbusters.
Well, yeah, but that's sort of that's rear view.
Good movie.
All right.
Yeah.
That'd be
So
interesting.
here he is.
All right.
He sings jazz classic "Ain't Necessarily So."
God.
I know. In the middle of the park.
I got to see that video.
It's great, and he looks horrible. He just looks
he looks
horrible.
like Harold Rumpled like he always does.
And then he goes into this popular number from West Side Story.
Any girl who isn't mean to know. I feel charming, oh so charming.
That's a better choice.
How charming I feel.
And then he gets shut down because he doesn't have a license to have amplified equipment.
That's the best part.
So that's it. So if you were in Washington Square yesterday, you see a rumpled, sort of puffy looking Bill Murray.
I like it. I love it.
I do too.
I love that he does stuff like that. More Bill Murray more often.
Seth Meyers still writes the best jokes, Mike.
19% of adults are participating in so-called dry January, which is what your girlfriend experiences when you show her your Wordle score.
Wordle joke.
Now,
there you go.
ABBA, I'm okay with the group ABBA, or as Liddy would call them, Group ABBA.
ABBA.
But they're always around. They've always sort of had a presence. And this is sort of, I'm curious what your take is on this. A guy took the track Mamma Mia and added heavy metal drumming to it. Mm-hmm. It kind of works. What do you think as a drummer?
I've been cheated by you since I don't know when.
Little forced, maybe.
Is he rushing?
Not quite my tempo. Rushing or dragging?
So you do know.
Dragging.
The difference.
Do you know the difference? Rob, I'm asking you a question. Do you know the difference? Shut up!
There's the gong.
What is that? A Baldwin?
That's a piano.
Okay, very good. And let's close with this. No matter what happens, whether there be a pandemic, whether you be 20 or 10, big brothers are always big brothers. Little brothers are always little brothers. And when your big sister has COVID and your mom tells you to bring a pot of homemade soup and leave it on her front porch for her, and she has a Ring doorbell, you bring the soup, you leave it on the porch, and then you squat over it and fart. So, thank you, Ring doorbell.
That is. Hold on. Paint the picture again.
He is
What happened?
The big sister has COVID.
All right.
Mom tells the little brother, who appears to be maybe 18 or 20, bring this pot of soup over.
This is a grown man.
Bring this pot of soup over and leave it on her front porch.
So the brother brings the and leaves it on the front porch,
and then squats over the soup.
Play it again. Now that that's better now.
What is that, bisque? Mike, that's all I got.
I love it.
Now leaving SoundCloud. Please come again.
Oh, wow, brothers. See, when you said 18, that's it. God. Isn't that wonderful? Sibling rivalry. Hey, I'm seeing my sister in March. Looking forward to it. Anyway, we got to get out of here.
Bring her some soup.
Bring her some soup. For Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana, we will see you again with a wonderful bonus show tomorrow. God knows what will happen on that show. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
So long.
Ciao, ciao.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
The mainstream media has legitimized extraterrestrial life and is basically saying we are being visited, something is going on.
Sayonara, sucker!
Wow.